with there being a lot in the game, it can be quite overwhelming to find what weapons to level up, what weapons are going to be the best. Now, I am going to be making you a one-stop tour of what weapons to be leveling up in each different category and what attachments you should be prioritizing for each weapons. Now, when we get into Warzone and the Black Ops 6 integration, we are going to be wanting the best meta loadouts from day one. And I'm going to be telling you the best attachments, first of all, the best weapons, and how to set them up right now. So first of all, I want to go over the ARs. I think the ARs are definitely a good starting point to kind of go for it. We will go through some machine guns, telemarks rifles, and so forth. So ARs right now, I think the first weapon I want to talk about is definitely the XM4. You know, XM4 is definitely reliable. I think with the day one of Warzone kind of coming out, when the dance era was, M4 was definitely the standout weapon. Now, it does very much feel very similar to the original M4 in regards to no recoil, mediocre time to kill, but definitely competable. And then moving on, secondly, I definitely think the Model L is something that a lot of people are going to be looking at. Now, I am going to be kitting them out with either base, no attachments, or just a few attachments, because the one thing that we do not know is how many attachments we'll be able to equip to the gun in the Warzone integration. So I'm going to keep it down to an absolute minimum to show you the base values, and then you guys can judge it from your, you know, POV. So this weapon right here, absolutely unreal. No recoil, really fast time to kill. Again, we've got 3 plates on all of these target dummies. You can see the time to kill right here. There is not much in it at all. At all. I don't think there's many other ARs that are going to be able to compete with that. Now, I do want to give an honorable mention to the AS Val for being a good sniper support. Now, again, with this build, it does have 20 bullets. But the one thing that this gun definitely does have is that the fact that its movement speed is very fast. And like in the old school Call of Duties, the AS Val has always been a really, really perfect sniper support. Why? Because 1, it has a suppressor on it. 2, it's lightweight and fast. And 3, has a really fast fire rate. It's one of the most important things when it comes to having sniper supports. You need the extra fire rate. So definitely level up this. So moving on to the submachine gun straight away. Again, there are a few submachine guns that I want to mention in this category for multiple different reasons. But first of all, we're going to go the PP119. Now, I genuinely do think that this weapon is one of the best submachine guns in the game right now. To prove the point, everybody's using a competitive Call of Duty right now. When you're watching S&D wages, when you're watching, you know, Hardpoint and all that type of stuff, the people that are practicing, the professional players, they are using this weapon. No recoil, really fast strafe speed, really lightweight weapon, high magazine size, decent time to kill. I don't think there's much else you need from a submachine gun. You know, fast movement around the map, again, fast ADS in, really fast time to kill, really good strafe on it. Not much else you need. Moving on again to a different side of the spectrum with the kind of, you know, weapons. We have the Tantos. So on the opposite end, I guess, you have one end of the spectrum. You have fast time to kill with a fast fire rate. You have the Tantos with a slow fire rate, but also a very fast time to kill. Again, decent straight speed, very slow fire rate. So you have opposite ends right there, which are both gonna, you know, benefit, you know, both sides of gameplay. If you're someone that misses a lot of shots, the PP might be better. If you have someone that has really high accuracy, the Tantos will definitely be an outliner. Now, the one gun that I do want to mention is more of an honorable mention. I don't personally think it will creep in there. We will see. Is the C9 and a compact. The C9 is one of these weapons where, like, it's always going to be there and thereabouts as a meta because it's an MP5. But the issue is, with the C9 this year, is that there's a lot of attachments where a lot of things can put this weapon in a different type of play style. And I personally think that there are other submachine guns in the game right now where you can just kind of spec into one way or the other, and it's definitely way better. Again, you have the compact, which is a super fast fire rate, close quarters weapon. I don't know about this one. I'm giving it as an honorable mention because, again, really fast fire rate. It really does depend on its damage profile when the integration happens. But this is something that we'll see with time. Now, moving on again to the next category, we have the shotguns. I'm not going to touch on these. I don't personally think we're going to be seeing any of these creeping into the meta at all. So I think one of these things is where, you know, shotguns are definitely really, really good for zombies. Not too sure about the whole, you know, the whole Warzone meta. I don't think it's going to creep in at all. No, LMGs is something that I really need to keep a close eye on. And there's one in particular. The XMG is definitely something that everybody needs to be leveling up. Now, when I show you this, you're going to be shocked. 100 round mag, which is completely default. Silencer, a barrel, and a sight. The time to kill on this thing is ridiculous. Look at the long range time to kill. I have killed 6 people on full HP in one clip. When I say LMGs are going to be meta in the Warzone integration, I well and truly mean it. And don't get me wrong, the ARs will definitely have its place. But I think on the big map, this gun is going to be the outstanding liar. I think this is going to be the, you know, this is going to be the be and end all, in my opinion. And if you're not leveling up this weapon straight away, then you're really missing out on a trick. So make sure you get leveling up this weapon, because you're definitely going to want to use this. Now, moving on, we have the marksman rifles. This is something that I'm really, really on the fence about. If you guys remember the Black Ops Cold War integration, we had a very rich prominent in regards to best fire weapons. Now, I'm going to be showing you the base value of the weapon, and then obviously with attachments, it's going to be a lot better. Now, these all have, let me double check that we've got the 3 plates on. With no attachments, we are literally 2 bursting people, or 3 burst them if they're in the chest. And I just personally think that this weapon is, if not one of the most, you know, if it's not going to creep into the meta, I really, really would be shocked. Again, 2 bursts down the head, 3 bursts at a longer range. But then when you start putting on attachments for the battle, and again, the attachments we're going to be getting into real shortly, you're going to see a massive, massive, massive increase of time to kill and stability and magazine size. So the AEK, definitely level it up, be prepared. It might creep in, we won't know yet. I would say the priority is definitely still the LMGs and ARs, but definitely level it up. Now, moving on to the sniper rifles, there is only one in my eyes, and this is the LW3. Well, I say one, I say 2. The LW3 and the LR. I think the Frostline is more of the long-range sniper rifle. Again, it's not going to be a one-hit kill, but obviously on the there is an issue when it comes to sniper rifles. In firing ranges, that you can never one-hit kill a bot, one of these things. But I personally think this is going to be like the ultimate sniper rifle in regards to kind of similar to the old school bolt actions. And then I think you have the LR, which is going to be more the quick sniper rifle. Again, I don't think it's going to be as quick as the Kar 98K. But I think it's going to be up there in regards to, you know, as maybe a good hybrid weapon where, you know, maybe it's going to take 2 shots to kill someone in the head, but you're going to have that advantage over somebody. Now, we're going to move on to attachments. I'm going to pull up the assault rifle because, generally speaking, what you can unlock on a assault rifle, you can unlock on a submachine gun. So I will show you on both for the assault rifle and submachine gun. And these are the most important attachments that I think everybody needs to be leveling up prior to it. So when you kind of guys go through the guns, you can see, okay, well, I need to single out this weapon because it has that. Now, sides of choice. In my eyes, there's going to be 2. You have this one here, which is the 𝗖cie𝗱𝗲 reflex. And then you have the other one around here, which is, I believe it's the CAPO red dot, which is kind of more of a zoomed in kind of a feel. It doesn't feel zoomed in, but what it gives is it gives like that ACOG feeling where you have no recoil, but you have more to see. Now, there are some other scopes out there that offer more. If I could get back into it, let's change the loadout. If I could get back out, there are a couple more that are like, you know, zoom on it. I think you've got the 3x Willis, which is also another good one. Again, this one was probably going to be like the equivalent of like an ACOG scope, where, you know, in the old school CODs you had, you know, the 2.5x, you had the 3x, and you had the 4x. I imagine this is probably going to be the, you know, the better scope. So again, you've got 3 scope sets kind of pick from. You got the Willis, you got the Kepler red dot, and you've got the the reflex sight. In regards to muzzles, there isn't really many. I personally think either the suppressor or the either the compensator or the ported compensator will probably be the best two. Again, you kind of get them on level up of weapons. I think the suppressor is definitely going to have a big place in it. You know, I personally think you're going to be using a lot of, you're going to be getting a lot out of it. Now, the barrels are all subjective to the gun. So, for example, the reinforced barrel will also be on the M4, but you probably need to level that up as well, right? So you have the reinforced barrel there. You know, you're going to have to level up. So the barrels are definitely subjected to the guns, hence why I've advised you to level up certain weapons. But there are attachments where I personally think are going to be universal to every single weapon. Now, moving over to the stocks, why I didn't equip it recently, is because the balance stock, in my opinion, is going to be used on virtually every single AR and probably every single submachine gun. Balance stock is so OP. Straight for movement speed, hip fire movement speed, and aim walking movement speed. So, you know, you have the light stock that does a couple, but the balance stock literally does the most balanced of them all. If you whack it on a submachine gun, for example, like I have on the C9, got the balance stock on right now, it gives little to no recoil, but look at how fast I'm strafing. So when you are like playing Warzone in and out of buildings, you're going to need that strafe factor. And it's very important that you are using that on every single one of your classes. Because if you're not, you're going to be losing out big time, you know? So that is another one of the attachments. Now, firing mods is something that I kind of want to touch on briefly. Now, this, again, is definitely different depending on the gun. So if I go to my assault rifle, go to fire mods, it is the, you have the overpressured NATO rounds, which are just bullet velocity. Now, one of the most important stats kind of when it comes to Warzone is having that extra bullet velocity, because you want to make sure that your bullets are connecting to those far away targets. Again, that guy is, what, 100 meters away? The bullet's connecting to about virtually hit scan. If you guys don't know what hit scan is, it basically means that when you fire, the bullet connects immediately. So again, make sure you're getting to the point of where every single one of your guns has these bullet velocity attachments and you're not missing out. But guys, this is my one-stop tour of all the attachments and the guns that I would be leveling up prior to the Warzone integration. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Peace. Bye-bye.